Emotional discipline separates the weak from the strong. Maturity isn't just about what you do, it's about how you handle what's done to you. Life will test you. People will challenge you. Situations will push you to your limit. And in those moments, the difference between success and failure, between peace and chaos, between growth and stagnation comes down to one thing: your ability to control your emotions. Weak individuals let their emotions control them. They react impulsively, making decisions based on temporary feelings instead of long-term wisdom. One bad day ruins their entire week. One disagreement damages an important relationship. One setback convinces them to quit altogether. They allow emotions like anger, frustration, and disappointment to dictate their behavior. But strong individuals, those who have mastered emotional discipline, understand that emotions are just signals, not commands. They feel anger, but don't act on it recklessly. They feel disappointment, but don't let it turn into despair. They feel frustrated, but don't allow it to make them quit. They understand that their emotions are temporary, but the consequences of their reactions can be permanent. There will be moments in life when people provoke you, when they test your patience, when they push every button you have. And in those moments, you have a choice. You can react like a child, throw a tantrum, lash out, say something you'll regret, or you can respond like a mature, disciplined individual. You can pause, breathe, and handle the situation with intelligence rather than impulse. The truth is, people who lack emotional discipline are easily manipulated. If someone can control your emotions, they can control you. They can make you angry, make you react, make you lose focus. But when you master emotional discipline, no one can shake you. You become untouchable because your reactions are based on logic, not emotion. Think about the most successful and respected individuals in any field. They are not the ones who let their emotions dictate their decisions. They are not the ones who panic under pressure or explode in anger when things don't go their way. They are the ones who remain calm, focused, and composed no matter what's happening around them. That level of discipline isn't easy. It takes practice. It takes self-awareness. It takes training your mind every day to stay in control, even when everything inside you wants to react. Emotional discipline is especially important in relationships. Too many people destroy good relationships because they lack control over their emotions. A moment of anger leads to words that can never be taken back. A moment of insecurity leads to jealousy and unnecessary conflict. A moment of pride leads to the refusal to apologize, even when they know they're wrong. But mature individuals don't let temporary emotions sabotage meaningful relationships. They communicate instead of yelling. They listen instead of assuming. They take a step back before making accusations. They understand that emotions are fleeting, but the damage caused by a lack of control can last forever. In the professional world, emotional discipline is what separates leaders from followers. A leader cannot afford to be reactive. A leader cannot afford to lose control every time something doesn't go as planned. In business, in sports, in any field that requires high performance, emotional intelligence is often more valuable than talent. There are plenty of skilled individuals who never reach their full potential because they lack the discipline to control their emotions. They take criticism personally. They give up too easily. They let temporary frustration turn into permanent defeat. But those who master their emotions stay focused on the bigger picture. They don't let a single failure define them. They don't allow negativity to distract them from their goals. They understand that success is about perseverance, not perfection. One of the most dangerous emotions to lack control over is anger. Anger can destroy your reputation, your opportunities, and your peace of mind in a matter of seconds. How many people have lost jobs, ruined relationships, or even ended up in prison because they allowed a moment of anger to control them? Maturity is understanding that anger is a natural emotion, but acting on it recklessly is a choice. You cannot afford to make life-altering decisions based on emotions that will pass. The same applies to fear. Fear is another emotion that, if left unchecked, can control your life. It can stop you from taking risks, from stepping into new opportunities, from becoming the person you were meant to be. But those who have emotional discipline feel the fear and move forward anyway. They don't let their emotions dictate their destiny. They understand that courage is not the absence of fear, it's the ability to act in spite of it. In daily life, emotional discipline can be the difference between happiness and misery. Every day you will face situations that test your patience. The driver who cuts you off, the coworker who takes credit for your work, the family member who pushes your buttons, these are all opportunities to either react emotionally or respond intelligently. The choice is yours. Do you let external situations determine your internal peace, or do you remain in control? True maturity is knowing that not everything deserves your reaction. Not every insult requires a response. Not every disagreement needs to become an argument. Not every setback should make you give up. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is remain calm, stay focused, and move forward without letting emotions cloud your judgment. Emotional discipline is not about suppressing your emotions. It's about acknowledging them, understanding them, and choosing how to respond to them. It's about being the master of your emotions, not their servant. When you control your emotions, you control your life. When you control your life, there is nothing, no situation, no person, no challenge that can break you. Because strength is not found in reacting. Strength is found in mastering yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Maturity is not something you stumble upon. It is something you develop through discipline, responsibility, and emotional control. It is the foundation of success, the key to strong relationships, and the difference between those who lead and those who follow. Taking full responsibility for your life means refusing to make excuses, refusing to blame others, and owning your decisions. It means showing up every day regardless of how you feel and doing what needs to be done because you understand that your future is built on the actions you take today. Emotional discipline is what keeps you steady in the storm. It's what separates those who crumble under pressure from those who rise above it. It's the ability to think before you act, to remain calm when others lose control, and to navigate life's challenges with wisdom instead of impulse. When you master these two principles, taking responsibility and controlling your emotions, you take control of your destiny. No one can manipulate you. No situation can break you. No challenge can stop you. Because true maturity means standing strong, making wise choices, and building a future that reflects the power of a disciplined mind and a responsible heart. The choice is yours. Will you live by these laws, or will you be controlled by the immaturity of excuses and emotions? Decide today and take the first step toward the life you were meant to live. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to listen to me carefully, because this right here is about growth, about evolution, about stepping into the version of yourself that commands respect, not demands it. See, maturity is not about the years you've lived. It's about the lessons you've learned. Some people are 40 years old, still throwing tantrums like they're 15. Others are 25, but move with the wisdom of a seasoned warrior. Maturity is a mindset. And today I'm giving you the 6 laws of maturity that will change the way you move through this world. Law 1, master your emotions. 2, take accountability for everything. 3, move in silence. 4, stop expecting loyalty from everyone. 5, learn when to walk away. 6, focus on growth, not approval. A first keynote without headings in 700 words. ChatGPT said, maturity is not about age, it's about responsibility. Some people assume that just because they've added more years to their life, they've automatically gained wisdom and maturity. But that couldn't be further from the truth. If age alone determined maturity, then every adult would be wise, disciplined, and responsible, but we all know that's not the case. Maturity isn't given to you with time, it's developed through the choices you make, the lessons you learn, and most importantly, the responsibility you take for your own life. When you look at truly mature individuals, they don't just react to life, they take charge of it. They don't sit around waiting for circumstances to change or for someone else to fix their problems. They understand that the quality of their life is a direct reflection of their decisions. That's what separates the mature from the immature. Immature people blame others for their shortcomings. They look for someone to hold responsible when things go wrong. It's always their boss, their parents, their friends, or even the government. But mature individuals take a different approach. They don't waste time pointing fingers. They own their actions, their decisions, and their results. They understand that while they can't control everything in life, they can always control how they respond to it. Responsibility is the foundation of maturity. A mature person doesn't need to be reminded to handle their obligations. They don't wait for someone else to push them to do the right thing. They wake up every day with a sense of purpose, knowing that their actions will shape their future. They don't procrastinate because they know that success isn't about luck, it's about consistently making the right decisions, even when no one is watching. And that's the key. Maturity is doing what needs to be done, not because you feel like it, but because it has to be done. It's easy to make excuses when things get tough. It's easy to say, I'll do it later, or I'm not in the mood. But maturity means doing the work regardless of how you feel. It means showing up, staying disciplined, and following through on your commitments. One of the biggest signs of maturity is learning to take responsibility for your emotions and reactions. Immature individuals let their emotions control them. They lash out in anger, they blame others for how they feel, and they refuse to accept that they have the power to regulate their emotions. But a mature person understands that emotions are temporary, and reacting impulsively can lead to permanent damage. They pause before speaking, they think before they act, and they choose to respond with wisdom instead of reacting out of frustration. When you take responsibility for your emotions, you gain control over your life. You no longer allow small inconveniences to ruin your day. You don't let negative people dictate how you feel. You realize that your peace of mind is your responsibility and no one else's. Another key aspect of maturity is financial responsibility. Too many people blame their circumstances, their upbringing, or the economy for their financial woes, but mature individuals take ownership of their financial decisions. They understand that how they spend their money today will impact their future. They don't waste money on unnecessary things and then complain about being broke. They create budgets, they save, they invest, and they make sacrifices today for a better tomorrow. They understand that financial maturity isn't about making a lot of money. It's about managing the money you have with wisdom and discipline. Maturity also shows in the way you handle relationships. A mature person does not expect others to complete them or make them happy. They understand that their happiness is their responsibility, and they don't put unrealistic expectations on people. They communicate clearly, they respect boundaries, and they don't engage in unnecessary drama. They know when to walk away from toxic relationships and when to fight for the ones that matter. They don't let pride or ego get in the way of making things right. And they understand that real relationships, whether friendships, family, or romantic, require effort, patience, and understanding. Taking responsibility for your life also means acknowledging your mistakes and learning from them. Immature individuals refuse to admit when they're wrong. They defend their mistakes, make excuses, or shift the blame onto others. But a mature person embraces their failures. They don't see mistakes as something to be ashamed of. They see them as opportunities for growth. They analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and move forward with greater wisdom. They don't dwell on their past failures or let them define their future. They take full ownership of their journey, knowing that every experience, good or bad, is shaping them into a stronger and wiser person. At the end of the day, maturity is about understanding that your life is in your hands. No one is coming to save you. No one owes you anything. If you want success, happiness, and growth, you have to take full responsibility for making it happen. Immature individuals wait for opportunities, but mature individuals create them. They don't wait for motivation, they develop discipline. They don't expect handouts. They work for what they want. And most importantly, they don't make excuses, they make adjustments. Maturity is not about how old you are, it's about how accountable you are. It's about stepping up, taking responsibility, and realizing that everything you do today is shaping the life you will live tomorrow. The sooner you embrace responsibility, the sooner you step into real power. Because the truth is, maturity isn't something you wait for, it's something you choose.